Hey everybody, this is David B69 and welcome back to our next game of Phillies baseball on MLB The Show 25. We are going to be playing a regular full game and we just want to get right into it. So let's play ball.
And welcome into the ballpark. Happy to have you with us. Major League Baseball on tap. It's the St. Louis Cardinals taking on the Philadelphia Phillies. Well, Singy, he's been really up against it lately. Major struggles at the plate, but perhaps today he gets it going again.
Yeah, Boog, he needs to find his rhythm out there and just simplify his mindset in the box. I know it's easier said than done, but you just got to see the ball, hit the ball.
First pitch coming your way next. About to get started here. Today's starting pitcher, Joe Ryan.
Yeah, and his whip tells you he's been pretty effective this year on the mound. I mean, opposing hitters having a hard time getting on base and then being able to really distract him and do damage in terms of getting around the base path. So taking the mound, this is a guy you want out there if you're his teammate, and I expect him to be good in this one.
Ready to go now. Now the left fielder, Michael Ciani. There's a strike at the knees.
Quickly into an 0-2 count. Both pitches were down in the zone. I think you set your sights a little bit higher because you'll have a tendency to chase if you look down in that area.
Just misses the mark outside the zone.
I think he wanted that call on the upper part of the zone, but just didn't get it. Now he's just trying to get a better feel for how much it missed so he can adjust his sights just a little bit.
Harper takes it himself. One out in the top of the first. Here's a Cardinals lineup now.
Right fielder,
batting seventh, someone they're hoping breaks out in this one. Jordan Walker.
Yeah, and Boog, sometimes all you need when you're slumping like this is just a little bit of confidence. You need a little bit of luck. One at bat where you hit the ball hard. Maybe it's caught, no big deal. Or maybe you get a bleeder that gets you a hit. You just need to feel good about the at bat, and that's when things start to turn a little bit. We'll see if he can do that in this one.
That one ripped. And it hits the fence. Now he turns and heads for second. The throw in, and he's safe. It's a wall ball double.
I'm sure he feels really good about that one. A lot of times in today's game, right fielders are able to get to a ball that stays in like that, but he hit that one pretty well. And if he hits it just a little bit different on the barrel, it's out of here easily. But there's nothing wrong with the extra bases right there.
Wilson Contreras at the plate now. That's ball one. And there's a foul ball. One out and a runner at second here in the second game of the series. Swing and a miss. In the air, right side. Castellanos pulls it down. 2 down. So the go-ahead run in scoring position. And now Nolan Gorman. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. Gorman with a homer in his last game. And a swing and a miss. That one just misses.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, hit a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
Runner at third, 2 away. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. That one 95 to finish him off. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and a man left. So now the Phillies offense will see what they can do. No score. Back here with my pal Singy. Starting on the mound in this one, Steven Matz.
And a guy like this is going to keep you in the ball game. He's going to go out there and compete. Not going to see a whole lot of flair and flash, but he's going to hand it over to the bullpen at some point. And if you've been able to score a few runs, you'll be in it late. So we'll see if he's able to do that for his club in this one.
And that is out of play. Fights that one away, still 1-2. Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. That one just misses, and the count's even at 2.
Well, this is a guy that can be frustrating for pitchers because he fouls off so many pitches and grinds out the at-bat. I'm sure there's some times where a pitcher would rather just give up a first pitch single than have to waste 6 or 7 pitches on one hitter.
Fires across the diamond. 1 up, 1 down.
Batting second.
And time now for the Phillies lineup.
Bryce
An offense that knows how to
Harper.
mash, Chris. Lots of power throughout the lineup. They're leading the league in homers right now.
Yeah, and I think when you're facing a team like this, pitchers coming in, they see the stats, they end up trying to nibble, trying to work on the edges, trying to expand the zone. And so I think the key, if these hitters can stay within themselves, obviously they have the ability to hit the ball a long way and score runs quickly. So we'll see how it goes in this one.
It affects the game in so many ways, right? Your ability to come back is usually tied to power. If you can deliver a huge hit with one swing of the bat, it really changes your capability when you fall behind. Just off the outside edge, 2-1. Hit hard to the ground and up the middle, base hit.
He was all over that one. Just kept it simple, played pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from, and there was just no one there to knock it down.
Here's Byron Buxton.
It's been a tough stretch for him at the plate. Only 2 hits over the last 5 games.
Swing and a miss. And it's 0-1. Buxton working through some struggles lately. Ripped to third and caught.
They couldn't have asked for a better out. Makes a great play on the line drive, and they keep the runner at first. Just like that, they're almost out of the inning.
Now it's the
Batting
DH,
fourth,
Alec
designated
Bohm.
hitter, Alec Bohm.
Bohm in his 5th season batting in the cleanup spot, and he was selected to the All-Star game last year.
1-1.
The 1-1 is fouled off. Harper leads off first with 2 down to the inning. Not close with that one, and it's 2-2. Right through there, got him. Out number 3. We move on to inning number 2 here in Philadelphia. No score. Back at Citizens Bank
Leading off
Park,
for the
top of the
Cardinals,
second.
the
Here's the
designated
Cardinal
hitter,
DH,
Alec
Alec
Burleson.
Burleson. Ryan back to work. Pitch is in there. 0-1. In the air, left field. Kepler makes the grab, and there's one down. Here's Nolan Arenado.
96, third baseman, Nolan Arenado.
Nolan Arenado at the plate. Arenado, guy who delivers big-time power at the dish and will probably go down as one of the greatest defensive third basemen of all time. And speaking of that defense, it's hard to imagine that in high school, Arenado shared the left side of the infield with another elite defender, Matt Chapman, at El Toro High School in California. Second inning here, no score. And a foul ball, he stays alive.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
That's a base hit. So a man aboard now with one away.
Batting 7, center fielder, Jordan Walker.
So digging in, Jordan Walker. And that's in there for strike one. Just missed. Matthew Ross umpiring behind home plate for us in this one. He's got a reputation for having a bit of a wide strike zone, Chris.
Yeah, no doubt, Boog. He rewards pitchers when they're...
Feed to second, that's one, and that's two. No runs, one hit, no errors, and no one left. Down to the bottom of the second. We're tied, 0-0. And welcome back to the ballpark. We head to the bottom of the second, and up to the plate is JT Realmuto. First pitch doesn't find the zone. And that one pulled foul. Swing and a miss, and he got him to chase.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
On the ground to third. A sliding stop. Fires to first, and they get the out.
We saw a few skills on display there for the out. Technique was great. Reaction time was there, and the slide was smooth. Watching that play come together was really fun.
To the right side. Gorman throws on to first. And a couple of quick outs.
Batting 7, right fielder, Nick Castellanos.
Here's Nicholas Castellanos. And that skips into dirt. Swing and a miss, strike one.
1-1.
2 outs, base is empty. And now 2 balls and a strike. And he swings and lifts one to deep center field. And no one can get there. Makes the turn and heads for second. And he'll pull in there with a stand-up double.
Well, patience and discipline paid off right there as he got into an advantage count. You'll often hear the phrase short to it, long through it, and that's a great example of it right there. Got the barrel in the hitting zone early, squared it up with the well-timed swing, and came away with a beautiful line drive in the center field. Runner in scoring position now, and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ballgame.
This is Bryson Stott. First offering misses badly for ball one.
Well, they're looking to get on the board first here after that clutch 2-out double made this inning interesting.
That one finds the corner, and now it's even 1-1. Out to short. On to first, and that will end the inning. One left for Philadelphia. We'll move to the third with no score. Welcome back. Let's
Leading
check
off
out what's
for the
been happening of
Cardinals,
late.
shortstop,
Really been
Mason
playing
Wynn.
well. And that one sliced foul. And that's in for a strike. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Now one away.
Well, he's got great strikeout stuff on the mound, doesn't he? I mean, double-digit strikeouts in his last start, and he's just racking them up again in this one. This guy can really dominate a game out there. Not a fun assignment for any lineup.
Now up for St. Louis, Pedro Pajes. That one's in there. Strike one. Top of the third, no score.
Ball one. One ball, one strike.
And he hits a ground ball right side. Stop. Tosses to first. First two batters retired here in the top of the third.
Now batting, left fielder, Michael Ciani.
Back to the leadoff spot in the St. Louis lineup. Michael Ciani. Next up for the Cardinals. 0 for 1. He grounded out in his first at bat. And he grounds one to the right side. Stop. In plenty of time to first. And it's a 1-2-3 inning. Redbirds down quietly. And we're still knotted at 0. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league.
Third baseman, Edmundo Sosa.
There's a strike. And a swing and a miss there.
0-2. Whoa.
Swing and a line drive, base hit out into center field. So now back to the top of the order. Trey Turner at
Now
the plate.
batting,
Grounded out his first
Trey
time.
Turner.
In the dirt, no advance. Good job behind the dish. Next pitch misses. 1 ball, 1 strike.
1-1.
This is one of those situations the infielders have to pre-plan and understand that the ball's got to be hit extremely hard right at them if they're going to have a chance to go for a double play.
That missed
Two
by a
balls,
lot.
1 strike.
Ball 2. Sosa aboard here at first with nobody out. Line drive, base hit. The throw to third, and the throw's offline, safe at third.
Back-to-back singles, just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and ripped it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great.
Here's Harper now. 1 for 1 with a single so far. Pulled hard, but it's a foul ball. Runners at the corners, nobody out here in the last half of the third. Late with the swing there.
Well, in this situation with a runner on first, less than 2 outs, some say, hey, get the ground ball, double play with 2 strikes. Some people say get the strikeout. I think you just execute.
Popped in the air, left field, squeezes it, and there's one down.
Now batting, center fielder, Byron Buxton.
Now at the plate, Byron Buxton.
And Boog, I'd say he's due. Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
Lefty out of the stretch, runners at first and third. And a swing and a miss.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Step off, throw to first, and Turner's back in. Two on, 1 out. Grounded to third, could be 2. There's 1,
Got him.
and that's 2.
Poetry in motion there as the second baseman turns the double play. Nice throw to first, and that's the way to end the inning.
Start of the
Leading
fourth,
off
and
for
stepping
St.
in for the
Louis,
Cardinals,
right fielder,
Lars
Lars
Nootbaar.
Nootbaar.
On the ground, and that's just foul. Nootbaar in his 4th year, 27 years old, and he was drafted in the 8th round back in 2018. That catches the zone for a strike, and a count 1-2. Swings and misses, struck him out.
Now batting,
Wilson Contreras now up to the plate. Fly to right his first time. There's the strike at the knees. It's 0-1. Right through there for a strike. Next pitch is outside. And foul ball. One down, base is empty. That one a little bit high, and the count is 2-2.
Didn't get the result he wanted, but that's a nice pitch right there.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row. Here's Nolan Gorman. Struck out swinging his first time. And a foul ball. Two down, nobody on.
1-1.
In there for a strike at the top of the zone.
1-2.
Fouls it off, still 1-2. 4th inning underway, no score. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. And down in order go the Cardinals. And we are still scoreless. And we're back. And now the DH, Alec Bohm.
Designated hitter, Alec Bohm.
That one blasted deep to right. Nootbaar drop step going back. Pulls it in on the warning track.
Up next for the Phillies, Catcher, J.
And now it is JT Realmuto. Fought off foul. Next offering is fouled back. 1 out, base is empty. Stays alive. Line drive, and there's a base hit, so they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Well, he found himself behind in the count right there, but he didn't give in. Nice line drive to the pull side, met it out front, but just stayed through it nice enough and ripped it into the outfield.
Max Kepler at the plate. And the first offering is not close. Realmuto, the base runner at first with 1 out. That's in there. Strike 1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Breaking ball misses down and away. Next offering is outside.
Here's an opportunity to do some damage and perhaps unlock this offense. 3-1 count. Be ready to turn on a fastball.
And there's a rocket into the outfield. Lead runner holds at second base. First and second with 1 down.
Well, a swing like that can help you come out of the struggle. We saw the numbers coming into the ball game, but all he's trying to do at this point is help his team win.
Now here is Nick Castellanos. Doubled his first time. The changeup missing. Ball 1.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot.
Yeah, big swing and a miss. Action in the St. Louis bullpen. Tank Hentz up and throwing. Liberator getting loose as well. And fouled off. Next offering way off the plate. Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again. On the ground to third. Goes to second for 1. And their second double play of the day will end the 4th. So it's no runs, 2 hits, no errors, and a runner left. We played 4. No score. Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point. Ryan back to work. Swing and a miss.
Boog, over 80% of his first pitches are strikes. You're doing that, you could have a really good day out there on the mound.
Fly ball down the line. And that will drop foul. Slice the other way. That's a base hit. And they have their first base runner since the 2nd inning.
I'd say a mistake pitch in an 0-2 count. Too good of a pitch to hit right there. You have to expand the zone. Keep that leadoff man off first base.
Here's Nolan Arenado. A single his first time. Late swing fouled off. This one kicks away a little as he can't squeeze it. And the runner holds. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. On the ground to second, might be two. There's one. Relay to first, double play.
Oh, man, what a smooth double play. That was a thing of beauty from start to finish.
The center fielder, Jordan Walker.
Jordan Walker, the next to hit. 0 for 1 so far. And there's the strike. Next offering is fouled back. Close one, doesn't get the call. Gonna count 1-2. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. 2 down, nobody on, and we're at the top of the 5th. And he couldn't hold back. He's rung up on strikes. Nothing doing there for St. Louis. Still no score. Back now to start the bottom of the 5th and taking over on the mound, Tank Hentz.
Number 30.
Well, they didn't get much length out of their starter in this one, so they've got a lot of outs to eat up in that bullpen. I think they'll look for some length out of him right here if they can get it.
Leading off
Bryson
for the
Stott
Phillies.
stands in for the Phillies.
Second baseman,
A former first-round
Bryson
pick, and he's
Stott.
really turned into a nice everyday player. Swinging a foul out of play.
Well, these Phillies doing a good job of simply getting the bat on the ball in this game, and the numbers back that up. One thing that really stands out to me is how they've only struck out one.
This one's into the outfield. Could be extra bases. Around first and hustling for second, and he greets the new arm from the bullpen with a double.
Man, he just absolutely turned on that one, ripped it down the line. Nice job of staying in his mechanics.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. And digging in for Philadelphia, Edmundo Sosa. Fouled off down the right side.
As a pitcher, you know the runner on second is ready to push things with his speed. A base hit's probably going to be a big run, so you really have to execute on the mound.
Runner in scoring position, nobody out. Last half of inning number 5. Next offering misses, and that's ball 1.
Two balls, 2 strikes.
That's inside. Trey Turner in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
No, that slider was way out of the zone, and for me, it just comes down to not seeing the pitch out of the hand, not tracking it into the zone, and then also being a little bit anxious, not confident in your 2-strike approach. And so when a guy's in that position, you get him to commit early, and a lot of times you get the swing and miss as you did right there.
Turner swings through it for strike 1. Cap dances out of the way of that one. Out there to center. Gorman makes his way towards it. He makes the catch, and there's 2 down.
That's a really nice play, ranging back into the outfield for that catch. We all know those can be a little tricky, especially if the wind's swirling around out there.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Harper getting ready to hit. Hammered, and this one could be extra bases. Around third. He scores, and they have the lead.
Well, there you go. The RBI machine. Another clutch run scoring at bat.
Yeah, he's been so good in these situations. Call it clutch if you want, but his resume speaks for itself. Byron Buxton now at the plate. 0 for 2 in this one. Swing and a miss. There's the slider. And it's 0-1. Harper stands at second with 2 gone. drilled in the air out towards right center. Walker sizes this one up, and that's the inning. Phillies with a run-scoring double. It's now 1-0. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. Top six. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Mason Wynn. And the first offering, a fastball for a strike. Yeah, that's fouled off. Foul ball. It stays 0-2. Hit on the ground to short. Turner whips it to first on the run. And very nicely done for the out. And now the Cardinals catcher, Pedro Pajes. Grounded out his first time up. That's to third. Two quick outs to open the top of the sixth.
The offense needs to start showing some fight against this starter. He's doing his thing out there. They're going to have to push back at some point and make him work a little bit harder.
Foul ball.
I'm impressed by the number of first pitch strikes. He's not afraid of contact. Some guys, they'll nibble just because they don't want to get hit hard. That's not what we're seeing here.
The Cards down by a run, and we're in the top half of the sixth. Swing and a chopper out to short. No play. That's an infield single.
With two outs, you just want to find a way to keep the line moving for the next guy. So an infield single right there does the job. Nicely done, just putting it in play and getting down to first to keep this inning alive. You never know what might come next as a result.
Nootbaar now at the plate as he swings through strike one. And that clips the inside corner. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. On the ground right side, and a foul ball. Two outs. And ball one.
That's a ball. One ball. Two strikes.
Cut on and miss. Struck him out. Picks up strikeout number 7. Make it 6 shutout innings for him out there now. It's the Phillies 1 and the Cardinals 0. Back here in Philadelphia, John Shelby with Chris Singleton in the booth, and leading off the bottom of the 6th, Alec Bohm. Swing and a miss, chased it out of the zone.
No ball. One strike.
Laser could be trouble. Around first, heading for 2. And he starts the bottom of the 6th with a double.
Seems like he got exactly what he was looking for right there. I could watch base hits like that one all day long, and so could every hitting coach in the league. Just a nice line drive into center field.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. And here's the catcher, JT Realmuto. Hit on the ground to short, Win. One away, bottom of the 6th.
Talk about being able to dial up the velocity. That first baseman over there might need a little pad inside that first baseman's mitt.
Here's the left fielder, Max Kepler, 1 for 2.
Kepler.
Right side. Plays the plate, and they cut him down. Nick Castellanos will hit next.
Right fielder, Nick Castellanos.
Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. Back there. Makes the catch on the edge of the track. Phillies strand 1, but they lead it 1-0. Back here in Philadelphia, we go to the top of the 7th, and up to hit is Wilson Contreras.
A lot of times you're looking for a guy to get that tying run on base, but because of the power, you want him to tie up the game with one swing here.
That's in there, and that's strike one.
Some hitters are just more confident they can track that first pitch out of the hand of the pitcher. They don't care if they fall behind 0-1.
Looking to get the tying run on base. Hard hit left side. Throws across the diamond, and the leadoff hitter set down to open the 7th.
If you want to be a great defense, you have to deliver consistently. It doesn't matter how many highlight reel plays you make if you can't execute the small stuff, just like we saw.
Gorman, the batter now, as he swings and misses for strike one.
It really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
Ripped to third. Whips it to first. And that quickly 2 away.
That play won't be trending on social media later on, but it's still important to execute it to perfection. This game is a lot harder than it looks, partner.
Tap foul at the plate. 2 down, nobody on. And that's through there for a strike. 0-2 now. Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. Holding on to a 1-run lead here in the top half of inning number 7. Foul ball still 0-2. Rip towards third. Slings to first. St. Louis goes down in order. Redbirds down quietly. Still behind by a count of 1-0. Back at Citizens Bank Park. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Now it's the second baseman, Bryson Stott. Swing and a miss. Strike one. Double-barreled action in the bullpen. JoJo Romero appears to be getting loose. Liberator warming up as well. Swing and a miss. Missed that by a mile. And the count is 0-2. And that one is inside.
1-2.
Fights that one away. Still 1-2. Down and in. Moved his feet. Swing and a ball popped in the air out to shallow center, and that'll fall for a base hit. And a good start to the inning.
Now batting.
And here is
Third
Sosa
baseman,
to the plate.
Edmundo Sosa.
Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. Throw into third. Not in time. He's safe.
2 consecutive base hits for these guys here. Once you get the ball by the
Now
pitcher,
batting,
there's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So a nice job to use that big hole and get himself a hit.
So runners at the corners, nobody out. Here's Turner now. That misses the zone, and that's ball one.
In the infield at the corners, don't be surprised to see them come home first and prevent that run from scoring.
Runners at the corners, nobody out. Here at the bottom of the 7th. A little out front there as he swings through it.
One ball,
no
one
fair
strike.
right there. I mean, that slider didn't move till the very last moment. Incredibly difficult to pick that up. Just kind of have to tip your cap on that pitch.
swing and a high fly ball out towards right field. Nootbaar hauls it in, and there's one away. And now it's Bryce Harper to the plate.
He's been really clutch with runners in scoring position this season, so they'll have to be extra careful in this matchup.
And that one missing inside, a sharp slider. Stop on third. Sosa at first. One gone. Pulls that one foul. The 1-1 is fouled off. Two on, one out.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
This one in the dirt. Nothing happening on the bases, though. Down the left field line, base hit. Runner from third comes across, and they lead by 2. He's in there.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. That's one of those things where, as a hitter, you kind of feel like you were due for something like that to drop in for you, no matter how good or bad you've been swinging the bat as of late. And he just fought it off and dropped it in there perfectly.
Here comes the manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move for the bullpen. Tank Hentz done for the night. 2-run ball game as he heads for the dugout, and we'll be back with a new pitcher. Matthew Liberator into the game.
52.
Coming on to face a righty bat,
Matthew
and they've had
Liberator.
quite a bit of success against him this year.
Here's the center fielder, Byron Buxton. 0 for 3 in this one. A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1.
0-1.
First and third, one down. That one misses, and that is ball 1.
Could use a ground ball here. Something in the infield. Runner at first base. Get 2. Get out of this.
And a 1-2. And a swing and a miss. Beat him with a fastball.
Oh, it can be so tough as a hitter to pull yourself out of an extended slump, one that lasts for several games, even a week or more. You know, right now, he's really in one, so I'm sure his mind is all over the place, racing, having a hard time sleeping, trying to figure out what can get him back on track, back to feeling more comfortable and settled in the box.
Boom. Stands in with 2 away as he takes a ball. Swings through that one for strike 1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Runners on first and third, 2 away. There's a strike. Fouls it off, still 1-2. And a pop-up, right side, foul territory. Contreras settles under it and makes the catch. And that is that. So 1 run in the inning on this base hit, and it's 2-zip. Back after this on the show. Ready to begin the 8th. Here's the third baseman, Nolan Arenado. And that drops in for a strike. Romano, multi-time All-Star. He features a slider, a 4-seamer, and he works in a 2-seamer.
Pitching has been pretty dominant in this one, but you got to be careful, not working with too big a lead. They could get right back in this ballgame if you're not careful.
Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. And there's 1 away.
Well, they made pretty quick work of him right there. You look at the sequence, everything down at the knees and below. And some guys are good low ball hitters, but right there, they clearly had a plan to pound that part of the zone, and he wasn't able to put up much of a fight.
That's a strike, and it's 0-2.
Cold night tonight, Boog, and that's a pretty firm fastball right there. I tell you what, memories of getting jammed, they are creeping into my mind right now.
One down, base is empty, and that's off the inside edge. Now 1-2. Blows the high heat past him. That's a strikeout.
Very strong coming out of the pen so far as he punches out the first two batters he's faced in this one, getting straight to work. Man, it's talked about a lot, but relievers are just so electric these days. These aren't fun at bats if you're a hitter. I'm so glad I'm retired.
Next pitch, a slider that misses outside.
The only adjustment he needs to make is his target. If you aim at the outside corner, that slider's going to end up way off the plate. Perhaps look a little more down the middle, and you get it right where you want it.
Runner at first with 2 away. And up next for St. Louis, Pedro Pajes. There's a strike, 95 of that one. Right through there for a strike.
Perhaps not quite ready to hit. First 2 pitches by him for a couple of strikes. Now back is against the wall.
Now that's strike 3 and the 3rd out. So we take a break. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and 1 left. Home half of inning number 8 straight ahead. It's the Phillies 2 and the Cardinals nothing. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, John King.
Definitely a guy that pounds the strike zone, makes hitters earn their way on base, and rarely gets in trouble because of free passes.
Real Muto.
Out to short. Sends it to first. Leadoff man is out here in the 8th. Max Kepler digs in now.
No, he didn't recognize changeup earlier enough. Got out in front a little bit, rolled over on it, and beat it into the ground.
1 for 3. Grounder off the pitcher. And no chance for him to make the play. Let's just hope he's all right. Well, that ball came back and got him pretty good in the chest. As the catcher checks on him, looks like he might be okay, though, Chris.
Yeah, I'm sure that stunned him more than anything, Boog. Always scary when we see comebackers like that, but I think it might just turn into a big, nasty bruise.
So, a man aboard, Nick Castellanos stands in for the Phillies. And first offering is fouled off. At a swing and a line drive at a right field. Nootbaar hauls it in for the out. And there's 2 down.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it. But in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. That one back there. And it one-hops the wall. Coming home. He'll score easily. Safe. And that's his 3rd hit.
Went up there looking to be aggressive and got something he could handle. Just a cookie down the middle. I mean, those are the ones you dream about. Ones in the cage, you're just hoping you get in the ball game. Right down the middle, not a whole lot of velocity, right on top of it.
Ground ball up the middle. On the run, throw to first. On the money, nice play. But they do get on the board in the inning on this run-scoring triple. Last chance coming up here for the Cards.
Now pitching.
New pitcher on now, Jose Alvarado.
Number 46.
Coming on for the save here,
Jose
and something he couldn't get
Alvarado.
done in his last appearance. So let's see if he can bounce back and lock this thing up.
And first offering is fouled off. Chopped left side. not in time to get him, and the tapper turns into an infield single.
It was a healthy cut,
Now
but
batting,
the same can't be said for the
right
contact.
fielder,
He got
Newbar.
just enough of the ball to put it in play, and that's all he needed. Tough play for the defense on what was kind of a swinging bunt.
Now, Lars Nootbaar. That's in for a strike.
Well, the leadoff man gets on. You want to minimize the threat by playing sound defense. Hopefully the pitcher can get a ball on the ground and they can roll him up for 2.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Kepler on the move. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there's one down. He's 2 outs away. Now up for St. Louis, Wilson Contreras. That catches the corner. He swings and fouls one off. On the ground right side. They get one. Safe at second. So they're down to their final out. Nolan Gorman next up for the Cardinals. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a ground out. He swings and misses at the first pitch. 0-1. And that's ripped into left. Base hit. Coming home. Here's the throw to the plate. Tag. Got him. And that's the ball game.
Well, a ton of hits in this one, but the sequencing just not on point to be able to put runs up on the board. Real close game. Saw a lot of offense, but it just didn't translate. So many runners left in scoring position, so many missed opportunities, and it came down to just a couple of key at-bats.
The shutout in this one, 3-0 our final score. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show, thanks for stopping by. I'm John Shambi. Talk to you soon.
And what a way to win the game and everything. A throw out at the home plate. It's like really, really cool. A lot of fun. Let's look at our box score for today. I basically mixed some hits here and there, but nothing big. But they had 10 strikeouts. I don't know why they have a pitcher that stays in for 4 innings and has to get out of the game. Don't get that, but that is what it is. Helped us along the way. Harper had a big game. Kepler had a nice game. Stott was the man today. He was definitely the MVP of the game by far. So yeah, it's great to see. And got really nice pitching from our starter and our bullpen. So until next time, this is David B69 saying peace. I'm out.